And good afternoon to you, Rukia.
Good morning to you, and good afternoon to my Rotarians in the house and the Rotarians online. You're most welcome for today's meeting. I hope everyone is okay.
And
We're going to start the meeting. Yeah.
And hope you are okay too.
Yes. Most people are preparing for Christmas now. Yeah, we're going to start the meeting with the order of fellowship. The Rotary Press will be read by Edema Nicolette. Then the loyal toast will be said by the team leader, RCC, that's Innocent. Forward test will be read by the admin, that's Kadmala, Tiko Kadmala. Then the final toast will be said by Sumbua Zabib, the treasurer. Then the object of Rotary will be read by me, Rukia. Thank you so much. Then we can sign up for the order of fellowship.
What we have received and what we are about to receive, we be truly thankful and ever mindful of the needs of the less privileged. Amen. The loyal toast.
Yes.
Okay, the loyal toast reads to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda.
To His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
The following text will be read by me, Tiko Kadmala. Of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it the fair to all concerned? Third, will it build a good wealth and a better friends? Fourth, will it be beneficial for all concerned?
Thank you. Next, I'm now reading the object of Rotary. The object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as basis of wealth, enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster the development, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the dignifying of each Rotarian occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in ideal of service. Thank you so much. That was the object of Rotary. Let's check our seats. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the Rotarians online and the Rotarians in the house. I welcome everyone for the meeting. Today, we only have one update. And if there's another update from the Rotarians in the house, will be most welcome, and the Rotarians online will be most welcomed. We distributed the bucket filters last week, that was on Thursday, to 28 women, and the women were very happy. They were excited about the service we provided to them. And today we shall be discussing about the next village, which will be after Ramanda. That will be a topic of discussion in the house. That is only about, that was the update from me about the distribution of the bucket. 8 women received the buckets, and they were very happy. And some men also wanted the buckets to be given to them, but we told them in the meantime, it's the women who fetch water, women who takes care of the home, so the bucket has to go to the women, let the women benefit from it, and then they also benefit from the bucket by drinking water from that to stop things like diarrhea, typhoid, and malaria, waterborne diseases will be stopped through if they use the bucket filters properly. And we also told the LCs to form a committee where the water user committee has to monitor how the buckets have been used. Have they been used properly? Then from time to time, we shall also pay a visit to see and to monitor how the bucket is helping them, whether the rate of diarrhea stopped or not. And the rate of waterborne diseases, has it stopped or it has not stopped? We shall also be monitoring from time to time, but in the meantime, I've left it in the hands of the water user committee to keep on monitoring, to visit each home which had a bucket, to see to it that the buckets are properly used. That was what the update from me today. Any other person with any update is most welcome, online and in the house. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, the President, for giving me this opportunity. Just to supplement on the distribution of filter waters in Ramadan, I think with the Achiba distribution of filters, we learned the lesson that this time in Ramadan, so far things are moving so well, based on the explanation how each filter can serve 4 households. In case the person who is in charge maybe sometimes maybe can go maybe about 30 kilometers, again can pick the filter and give to the next household who will also serve the 3. So I think that issue was really accepted by all of them. And so far the distribution, I think for 4 households is moving so well. I think that that idea of 1 filter serving 4 households is now working so well in Ramadan. So that is what I can supplement on addition to what President has just said. Thank you.
Okay, that was the update for today's meeting, and there's something we forgot about reading of the previous minutes. With the secretary, we'll have to go through the main points, then we discuss according to the action points. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The following are the action points of the previous meeting of Rotary. Number 1, the distribution of water filter and the buckets. The date which was fixed, I think it was given out. The action point next is that those villages with the larger population will receive more water filters than the ones with the smaller population. Next is the number of magazines is reduced from 24 to 5 magazines, and the option of $10 remained. Next is there is a need to consult on the cost of the URSB for registration of the Rotary Club Yumbe. And there is also a need to get letter from Arua to change the account name. And also a contribution is to be made to get cell phone for the coordinator of Ramadan program. These were the action points of the previous minutes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, the secretary. I think we have all heard about the action points of last week's meeting and the update for today's meeting. I welcome any of the Rotarians with any update.
Yes, President, I just need to react on the action points. Action points about the distribution. I think the distributions were really done so well, and we are now to decide the next village which were already agreed on to benefit from the filter waters. So I think that is what we shall need to do, but due to the course of, the festival, that is the Christmas, it might be pushed up to maybe January. That needs to be also discussed because the next villages, I think, to benefit is a little bit far from where we are operating. So that needs to be discussed, and then we can select the day when we are to reach to the next villages, because we needed to distribute these filters as much as possible so that we can move to the next project. So that is what I can add on. And then another thing is, it might also be also an opportunity for the Rotarians, especially the Rotarians who are the chairpersons of the VSLA groups. This afternoon, I've been sharing with the manager of Centenary Bank about how these women could also be helped indeed, since there are some women who are really so far doing well, they need a bigger loan. And what he told me is, after the meeting, I should go with the president to go and share more. So once he shares with the president and everything's at least flexible for these women groups, I think that will also be another opportunity for them. And then lastly, it's about some forms which has been sent by Helen for some 3 women groups. That is Site, and then Widow and Ichikiti. That means I'm going to give you these forms today, and then on the day of repayment, that is 26, then instead for you to fill in repayment and then the loan and the interest on your book, you need to use the ferry forms, and we need to see how effective you'll be using them. Once you are successful of doing them, then the rest of the women groups can be using those forms, which are a bit simpler, and then will help also to enter the data on the spreadsheet much easily. So for those 3 women groups, please, after the meeting, you need to see me so that I can give you those forms, and then you go and try them on 26. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's okay, go on.
So may I, Rukia?
Yes, please.
Okay, so yeah, for these forms, the idea is to try to make it easier for SADC to manage so many groups, and especially if we've sent in for grants to add maybe 10 to 20 more groups, we have to make it possible for him to manage those well. So if these forms, if there's any suggestions you have for ways that these forms could work better for you, let us know. And for those of you who have phones, if you could take a picture of the form, if you don't have the chance to go into the SADC's office, you could also send a picture of the form to him. And I'd also like to say that I'm really pleased to hear how you're applying lessons that you learn in one group to the next area. And it sounds like you're thinking this through very carefully and making wise decisions. And so every implementation should go smoother and better.
Thank you so much. I think the forms, once we get them with us, we shall take a photo, like once we have them, when we sit on 26, then we shall take the photo, then also forward it on WhatsApp to him. I think that one even eases work for the group members to make the work very simple, rather than putting it into the books. Thank you so much. And I think another update is that I think this week, I also wrote to Rotary International Data Department to reduce the number of the magazines to 5. The reason being that most of us cannot read and write, so it will be wastage of money having so many magazines, which we cannot go through them. So that is another thing. I've also written to the data department and they replied back. They told us to open, I think, my Rotary account to put any other inquiries we want through my Rotary. And I tried to open that. I can open it, but it tells him access denied. So I still have a challenge in doing that. I made to write to the Secretary of Governor Secretary to help me advise me on that, how I can access it. Last time when Governor was around, they tried to open, he tried to tell the AG to assist me in opening that, and the AG also says that he has no right to authorize me. So I'm still in dilemma on how to open it. And most of the things have to go through my Rotary. That's what the data department says. Thank you. I think that was update from me. So.
Thank you very much. I want to react on that point of distribution of buckets. He said that 28 were given, and from the previous minutes said that buckets for large populations are supposed to be increased. I wanted to know whether we shall increase them very soon or what, because the population of Ramadan, I understand, is bigger than the other population of Atiba. I don't know how we can get past there. Maybe President can talk on that.
So, Madam President, yeah,
Yes.
after the last meeting, Chris clarified for me that it's not based on the population, it's based on the number of households. And it was his impression that Ramadan had a similar number of households to Achiba, because each filter serves 4 households. So that's the number we have to focus on.
Okay.
So, but yes, you're right. If we need more filters so that there's 1 for every 4 households, then I think it's a good idea to consider more filters, but it's based on the households, not the population.
But I think when we were distributing the buckets, the members never complained. None of the households complained that the buckets are not enough. If there was a complaint, we would have brought it forward. They only said that we had distributed the buckets were less by, I think, 6, which we were to take to them very soon. And the buckets we had, we took them and we gave them with the filters. We only got, I think there was only 1 damage of the plunger, which we came with it. Then we were also to replace it and take it back as soon as possible. So the women were excited. They said that can help them, since 1 bucket serves 4 households. They were not complaining about that. And if in case when they come to complain after that, that's when now we shall bring the discussion onto the table. Then we decide what to do after that. Thank you.
Thank you, the president. I still needed to react on the provision of a smartphone for the coordinator, one of their leader in Ramadha village. I remember there were some questions that were sent by Chris about how they will be able to maintain, sustain the smartphone. I just need to know if their leadership has responded to those questions, especially how when the smartphone is given to with maybe a solar panel, how is he going to maintain it? What possibilities there for him to buy the airtime, maybe airtime for communication, maybe data whereby you can coordinate the programs with the Rotarians. So if he can respond to those questions and we realize they're adequate, then we can buy the what? The reason why we have not even bought it because we have not heard from him. Otherwise, when we buy the smartphone and we give it, and then still he will also demand us to give a bundle and also airtime, which we shall not have because we.
Whoops.
That is just what I needed to know through the president, if at all he has responded to those questions so that we can be able to buy the smartphone and plus the solar panel. And how is going to use the smartphone? Is he going to use it to help the whole communities in case of emergencies, to coordinate with the Rotarians? Those things need to be known from him. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Is it possible for the smartphone to be a kind of a small business? Do people in those villages have a need to buy smartphones? Do people in the villages have a need sometimes to buy minutes on somebody else's phone?
Yeah, I think when we distributed the buckets, the coordinator was not around. But I think, as Chris said, you even or whatever that, if there's need, they can even charge the minutes.
Yeah.
But in the village, most of the members have phones, although not smartphones. They have phones. They can also as well use the phone for communicating. So the issue of the minutes have been charged by 1,000. I think that one may not work. The way I see from that village, the coordinator was not around that time when we were distributing the buckets.
Okay.
So we did now pose those questions. But with time, I can still get the LC around. I can call him. Then I tell him to get the coordinator, and then we can as well discuss that after that. Next meeting, and then we can be in position to deliver. Either we can tell them to come and attend the meeting with us. So that is what I think I will prefer next Wednesday. He has to be there in the meeting so that he will answer for those other questions we pose to them.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Anybody with another update? Update isn't too jealous. Yeah, Christine also sent her apologies. She is not going to be with us today. She has a meeting to attend at the health center. So she has been taken up for a meeting. I think we shall also get the update from her next Wednesday.
Okay, and did Chris tell you why he's not here today? That he is in a park and there's very poor communication, so he had a bad connection? He's
No,
visiting
yeah,
he's visiting his daughter, and
that's-
there's really no communication there.
yeah, I think I was communicated to Innocent. Innocent, Sash told me about that. Yeah. He emailed to Innocent.
Okay.
Yeah. So, otherwise, I think we don't have another update. Somebody with another update in the house?
President Rukia,
Yes, please, Marisha. Yeah? Hi.
hi, good afternoon. I just want to say how happy I am to see your communication. You do a beautiful job communicating with the Rotary International people, the accountants. And if all of this works, you are true leaders, not just in your own community, but in the world. So I'm trying to learn Awadifo Ambogo.
Our 4 minutes indeed. Thank you so much. We're proud of you people. You are what makes the community really. The community are very happy for you, and we are also proud of you people. Without you, we wouldn't be standing on our 2 legs. Actually, the service you're providing to us is a very, very, very great service to the community. May the Almighty bless you people all.
We're all proud and honored to be working with you because you are the ones on the ground doing all the very effective good work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And people, everyone should have Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
And also we meet again.
And a very happy and prosperous new year.
Yes. Same.
So are we meeting next week?
I think people still want a break.
Okay.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a break this time because most of the retirees are breaking for Christmas. They'll be back, I think, January. So the members also requested, they also wanted some break.
Okay. A well-deserved break.
Yeah, I think around January, just first week of January there.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so that's like next week, we don't have a meeting. Then until next year, that's when we shall have a meeting. But if there's another communications, we still flow as usual.
Just Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Happy, healthy New Year.
Same to you all, and Merry Christmas, happy and prosperous New Year to every family member, every Rotarian, every service provider in this home.
And don't forget to pray that that Coca-Cola application that Innocent sent in gets a positive response.
Wow, we're praying for that.
Yeah, it's
We pray for that every day.
when you send in a grant application, maybe 1 of 20 gets approved. It's very hard to get grant funds, but I think you have a strong case, so I'm hopeful.
Thank you.
Thank you
And
so
I know
much. We pray.
Innocent did a
Honestly-
great job in putting it together.
Okay. You wanted to say something? Let it just do. Okay, somebody wants to say something.
Mosquito repellents.
Thank you very much. This is Dama Muzamil, one of the RCC members. One of the updates that actually we almost forgot to mention is about the mosquito repellents. It was on Monday, last week that we took some mosquito repellent plants to the DHO of Yumbe. So they really appreciated our offer, and they really promised to plant them around one of the water sources at the district.
and also promise to also expand to the other areas just within the district headquarters. So that's one of the updates that we almost forgot. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Last week, I think when we distributed the buckets to Ramanda, we passed via Atiba. We got some community members, some health workers came to Atiba to supervise, and most of the women brought their buckets, the filters out, and the houses are very smart. People are very proud. They are saying that Atiba is #1 model. They're taking water from the buckets, and the members, also the visitors who came in, also took water from the buckets to drink. And they're very excited about that. So that was the other update. Okay.
Yeah, the president, I think that has not been the first time. Indeed, I really thank the teams online for their support and for changing the lives of the communities of Yumbe. And what I've so far seen is Achiba village has become actually a place to show to the rest of maybe in the whole of Yumbe, whenever the officials from the Kampala or maybe from Gulu side, when they reach to Yumbe, and then the district directs them to Achiba. I think that is something which is really very, very, very interesting and very grateful for. Much of my appreciation goes to you people for supporting this to change the life of our communities. As much as we are on the ground here, without your support, I think we would just be seated the way we used to sit. But I think it has really changed the lives of the communities here so much. I pray that we continue this partnership and to help the whole of Yumbe district and see the difference. Even I'm expecting next nearby districts may also come for piloting in Achiba. So thank you so much for your effort supporting the communities. Thank you.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Then most of the visitors, when they come in Kuru, the first place they bring them in is Achiba. In terms of sanitation and hygiene, they all refer to Achiba. So I think we are very proud, as Innocent said, we're proud of you people. We're proud of the service you've been providing to us, to the community, to the poor communities. You know, as he said, with the partnership, the service can still expand to the whole of Yumbe town. That is, inshallah, as Chris said, that's what we pray for. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I should make this a topic of one of our future MailChimps. I think that those newsletters that I send out every other week, to let them know that Achiba is now a model. When people come from the capital to the district, they take them to Achiba, that people are learning from what you do.
Yes,
and that you're learning from your previous experience, so to make the next one better. It's just a wonderful example of community development.
Yeah. That was all, I think. Another update? There's one of the Yangani women wants to say something. The chairperson for Yangani women. My name, she's called Wadia Samson. She's going to give thanks to you people, to the partners. She's saying that she's giving the first thanks goes to your mother, your father.
for giving birth to people who know and people who can help, people who have good heart. For knowing and for bringing good things to Yumbe district. She has given thanks to Helen, to Chris, to Melisha, to all the partners who really have contributed to the upbringing of Yumbe town. Yeah, this one has also empowered them. They are now paying their kids in school. That's the manners you've brought to them, the funds that TCB Global Money they have received has really now done everything to them. It has encouraged them to pay and also improve their lives. It has now made every other member who is in TCB Global, who's taking TCB Global Fund, at least the kids really know who Helen is, who Chris is, whom the partners are. They're saying that Helen is giving money to TCB Global Funds to their mothers so that the mothers can send them to school. They can have a better life at home. That one is going to remain as a history. The history you brought to Yumbe town is going to remain, even the kids will be narrating to their followers, to their generations to come. She has given thanks to you people, all to the partners, and she said that let the Almighty prolong your days more and more. He's saying, thank you so much. Our default I think you had that. Thank you so much. I think that was from Yangani Women.
And thank you so much for those very kind, touching words. And I think that Yumbe is kind of a magnet for goodness because you are all so good that you attract good people who want to help you. We hope we can attract more.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I think with that, if there is no another update, we shall now adjourn the meeting. We now go for other businesses. So, so if there's no another what, then we adjourn the meeting with the final talk.
I just want to wish all of you happy Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Wish you the same.
I'm going to say the final toast. I give you Rotary International.
Rotary World of Cheers. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, the Rotarians online and our partners who have been with us. It has been a nice time. It has been so amazing a year to close the year with. So I really have taken this opportunity to wish all the Rotarians in the house, Rotarians online, our partners, Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. May the new year bring new things to all the Rotarians and all the partners and their family members. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Look forward to seeing you next year.
Okay, please, bye. It's okay, nice time.